Salutations, my friends. Thank you for coming back to Mr. Teddy's pre-K this morning. Uh, Mr. Teddy, what are you doing? Mr. Teddy. Oh, okay. All right. Friends, Mr. Teddy wants to show you his new socks. Well, they're not new socks, but they're socks that he hasn't worn since last spring. Go ahead and put your foot up so everybody can see. Do you remember Mr. Teddy's star socks? Yes, okay, Mr. Teddy. You have shared your sparkling star socks. Yes, we're going to talk about spring. Go sit down in your listening chair. All right, good job, Mr. Teddy. All right, my friends. It is springtime. Springtime means the weather gets warmer. It means plants start to grow, and baby animals and baby insects are born. And you probably get to play outside more now. That's what happens when spring comes. We're going to read a book about some baby ducklings and something that happens to them in the springtime. While we're reading this story about these friends, we're also going to talk about a math topic called subtraction. Have you heard of subtraction? Okay, subtraction means taking away or having a set of something and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. The book we're going to use to talk about spring and subtraction is called Little Quack. Have you ever seen a Little Quack book? There's quite a few of them at the library. This book was written by Lauren Thompson. She is the author, and the illustrator is Derek Anderson. He is the person who drew these beautiful illustrations. Let's see what happens to Little Quack and see what we can learn about subtracting. Here we go. It says, Mama Duck had 5 little ducklings. Do you see them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They all lived together in a nice little nest. And their names were Whittle, Waddle, Piddle, Puddle, and Little Quack. Do you see Little Quack right here? He's the smallest duckling. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ducklings. But Mama's littlest duckling was not so little anymore. I guess Little Quack was growing. And Mommy said, it's time to leave the nest. Do you see her talking to her little baby? Come, little ducklings, the mommy said. Come paddle on the water with me. And all the 5 little ducklings came up to the edge of the nest. Do you see Mommy Duckling out there in the water? She's trying to encourage her babies to come out and swim. But look at Little Quack. Do you see him? Look at his face. Does he look excited to go out and go swimming? No. What, Mr. Teddy? You're right. He looks a little scared. He's covering his eyes. Yes, that's a good observation. Let's see why. All at once, it says Whittle felt very brave, and she jumped right into the pond. Splash! Look, she cried. Look at me! Do you see her? She's got a flower in her hair, and she splashed right into that water. And look at Mama Duck's face. She looks very proud. So there were 5 baby ducklings in that nest, and 1 jumped out. So how many baby ducklings are going to be in the nest now? We had 5, but now we have to subtract 1. How many ducklings are left? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you say 4? Let's see if we're right. It says 4 little ducklings snuggled in the nest. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our set of ducklings in the nest got smaller. Come on the said Mama. No, Mama, no, said the ducklings. We're scared. You can do it, said Mama. I know you can. All right, so we started with a set of 5, and then one jumped in the pond. There she is with Mommy. So now, how many are left? 4. That's right. Let's see what happens next. Then Waddle felt very brave. Splash! Hooray for me, he said. And he jumped in the pond and joined Mommy Duck. Uh-oh. Now our set has gotten smaller because we've taken Waddle away. So if we have 4 ducklings and Waddle jumped in, how many are left in the nest? Did you say 3? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. If you said 3, you're right. We started with 5. We've taken away 2 or subtracted 2. And now there's just 3. And Mama Duck said, come in the pond. Come with me. No, Mama, no, they said. We're scared. You can do it, said Mommy Duck. Look, there's 3 ducks, and there's little Quack. Look at little Quack's face. He's not covering his eyes anymore. Do you think maybe he's thinking about jumping in the pond? I don't know. Let's see. Then it says, Piddle felt very brave. Sploosh! Into the pond she went. It's fun, she said. And there's Mama Duck's proud face. Okay, so now we have to subtract another duckling. We have to take one away. We had 3 in the nest, but 1 jumped in. How many ducklings are left in the nest? Did you say 2? Good. If you said 2, you're right. This duckling and little Quack. Come, little ducklings, Mommy said. No, Mama, no, we're too scared. You can do it, I know you can, said Mommy. Look, there's Mommy Duck. She's in the water. There's the 3 we already subtracted. So now we're waiting on these 2. These 2. 2 little ducklings are left in the nest. All of a sudden, Puddle, the biggest duckling, felt very brave. Sploosh! He went into the water. Wait for me, he said. He wants to join his brothers and sisters in the pond. So there were 2 ducklings in the nest. We have this duckling, Puddle, and we had little Quack. But we have to subtract 1. That means take 1 away. Can you do that with your hands? Say, take away. That's right. We had 2. We take away 1. How many ducklings are left in the nest? Did you say 1? That's right. 2 minus 1 equals 1. 1 left. And it's little Quack. There he is. Look at his face. Does it look like he's thinking about being brave? I think so. Let's see what happens. Come on the water with me, said Mama. No, Mama, no, said little Quack. I'm scared. You can do it, Mama said. We know you can, said the brothers and sisters. Now in the water I see 4 little ducklings, but there's only 1 duckling left, and it's little Quack. What do you think he's going to do, guys? Do you think little Quack will be brave? What, Mr. Teddy? Okay, yes. Go ahead and tell everybody your thoughts. Go ahead. I predict that little Quack will be brave and jump into the pond. Oh, okay. All right, Mr. Teddy. Well, let's see if your prediction is correct. Little Quack looked at the water. He sniffed the water and he touched it with his foot. Do you see him kind of tiptoeing a little bit in there? He's thinking about it. Is he going to do it? What do you think? Is he going to jump into the pond? Let's see. Splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. He did it. Do you see him jumping across to get to Mommy? Wow, you did it, said Mommy. Look how happy little Quack is. So we subtracted again. There was one duckling left in that nest, and that was little Quack. But he jumped out, so we have to take one away. How many are left in the nest now? Did you say 0? If you did, you're right. 0 ducks in the nest, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ducklings now in the water with Mama. And do you see them lining up and swimming right behind her? They all were brave, all of them, even little Quack. Did you like that story, Mr. Teddy? Yes, you're right. We do have ducklings at the pond by our house. We can go feed them maybe some old bread or some crackers or something. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. All right, sit down, Mr. Man. Thank you. All right, my friends, I hope you liked that story about spring ducklings. And in that story, we subtracted. That means we took one away, and our set of ducklings got smaller and smaller and smaller. We started with 5. Here's a tower of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we subtract 1, how many are left? 4. That's right, 4. What if I subtract another one or take it away? How many are left? 3. That's right. Subtract another one. Now how many are left? That's right, 2. If we have 2 and we subtract or take away another one, how many are left? 1. And if we take 1 away, then how many left? How many cubes do I have? 0. That's right, 0. Nothing there. They're all gone. That's called subtracting, Mr. Teddy. You want to subtract us and go to the duck pond. All right, well, go get the bread. Go get the bread, and we'll head to the duck pond.